team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They'll start this drive with a pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Underneath toast the coverage. Got it deep downfield. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
That's a really nice catch there, and I know LSU goes by the moniker of DBU, but you take a look at all the draft picks they've had in recent years, and with this guy and his talent, they may be getting consideration soon of joining teams like Alabama and Ohio State for wide receiver U. This guy is really good.
Handoff from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. They'll run it. It's Durham. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. 1st down for this offense. They'll try the run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Steps away. Out of the backfield, he's open. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. Trying to get to it. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot, you start trying to aim it, you really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, LSU.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. Fighting off the defender. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Perhaps drawing confidence by converting an earlier 4th down. They'll try to do it for a 2nd time in the opening quarter. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being...
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense. You got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a first-rounder in the future.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
He's tackled at the 48-yard line. Second down coming up.
Now on 2nd down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, LSU 14, Ohio State 0.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's 3rd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Setting up the screen. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Facing 4th down.
They'll go with the running game on 4th down here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. There was no reason to hesitate on the sideline there. Just keep the offense out and go for it.
Dude, 4th and inches. If I can't get inches, I deserve to lose football games. So I'm going for it on 4th and inches every single time.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into him.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. And this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Virginia is being brought out back behind the woodshed right now. This is cover your eyes, hug your loved ones territory. A real shame. They're trailing by 18 to Notre Dame. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
On second down, he'll fire. Gets it out quickly. Tripped up for the tackle.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him. A nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Wants to throw on third down. Finds his big tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He lobs one high down the left side. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after they catch it. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Running out of time here in the 1st half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Safe completion on the screen. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. He's going to pass. He wants to go deep. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. He's looking to throw it. He's got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Going to try to get it himself. Oh, he dropped it! Well, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a 3rd. They'll try to pick up the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Here's a 1st down, but there is no time to lose as this offense gets to the line quickly. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Bringing it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down here for the offense. They'll open the second half on the ground. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add.
Heel off one deep down the left side. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. Bringing it back at the 30. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That's a bit of a gut punch if you're the offense, because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone, and it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Dances away from the heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for this offense. 2nd interception in as many drives. This quarterback has got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page.
Headed to the end zone. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And they will score! Touchdown LSU! If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed. They'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Looking to take a shot. Holds it in on the left. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
And when you've got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this.
Going for it all. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
Well, this defense has been lights out for the majority of this football game. They did give up a score to this guy, but they know who the big weapon is. They know where the quarterback is going to be looking. So here in the second half, they're going to have a plan for him, and they did on that last one.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He finds his man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. The give to the tailback. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick pass on the fly motion. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something there. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. The play action fake. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
On the double.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, LSU 28, Ohio State 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The give to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
The Tigers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown LSU! And the beatdown has ensued. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
LSU 35, Ohio State 7.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Dropping back, it's Nolan. Getting some heat. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Going deep. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Got some room to run. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for a gap. It's Durham. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Little touch pass to the receiver. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. And the Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They move the tight end all over. The give to the back. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Got it in the middle. It's Sampson. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
42, Ohio State, 7.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at the...
Oh, look out, there he goes! And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. To the air, it's Nolan. Unleashes one deep. And it's picked off for the third time today. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the...
He'll take a deep shot here. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Buffalo has been able to call its shots offensively. As impressive a performance as I've seen from this group in some time. They're up by 17 over Jacksonville State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, this offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. Not much of a decision to make there. The defense will move them back. On first down, here comes this offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receiver.